Hello, hello. How are you doing today, chat? Just making sure everything's set up. How are we all doing today, chat? How are you feeling? How are you vibing? Thank you so much, Crazy Palm, for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Hi, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Because I'm in Europe, the new Mario Kart is 90 euros, equating to $100 for a Switch game. Oh my god. Okay, we had to talk about the Switch 2 thing maybe a little bit later. But yeah, no, this Jesus Christ, I have so much to say about that. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hello, GeoGamer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Luciano, Micom. Plasma, how's it going, everybody? We got Silksong news. We did get Silksong news. How's my day been? It's been pretty good so far. I've been kind of chilling, kind of vibing. There has been yes news. Honestly, okay, I won't lie to you. School is like everything. Like there was a billion showcases. I am super happy to hear Silksong news, and that Silksong is releasing this year. It's like as per usual, like really happy. It's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited for it. There's not too much to say aside from just hey, it's releasing. That's great. Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. Holy shit, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. Jesus fucking Christ. That is exciting. Holy shit. The new Donkey Kong game. Super excited for that. Donkey Kong Country is one of my favorite games of all time. I fucking love that game. I'm super excited, like, to actually see a new Donkey Kong, because it's been a while since we've gotten a 3D Donkey Kong game. So it's amazing. Actually really hyped for the Mario Kart. Like, the open world Mario Kart. That's kind of crazy. I was not expecting that at all. But holy shit. Wild. I kind of thought that it could be open world with the trailer before, with how big the map looked. But, like, this is crazy. This is just insane. The fact that, like, they're just completely changing the game. But let's be honest here. It's been a while. It's been almost 30 years. True. No. Like. The one that I'm actually excited for is motherfucking... It's literally just... Okay, sorry, I have to talk about this. I don't know why they didn't... I'm upset, but also not really, because I know why they didn't do it. But it's Bloodborne 2. It's fucking Bloodborne 2. I don't give a shit what people say. It's Bloodborne 2. It just is. Chat, you do not understand how excited I am for oh my god. You do not understand how excited I am. Bloodborne is like my favorite game of all time. And I'm so excited. I need to relax. I need to calm down. Bloodborne is probably my favorite. Is it? I don't know if it's definitely my favorite games of all time. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite game of all time because Arknights exists, and sadly, like, that's just on a different level for me. But oh my god. Seeing those news and seeing the trailer and seeing the aesthetic and the vibes, and it's like, oh wow, that is exactly what I'm looking for in a love, oh my god, in a game. I am so goddamn excited for this. I am just... It's Switch 2 exclusive though. I know it's Switch 2 exclusive, and I know that the Switch 2 is going to be pretty expensive, and the games are going to be pretty expensive. But like, if it's good, if it's good, and it's actually like even remotely as close to how Bloodborne was, like, okay, even Elden Ring. Come on, chat, we all agree here. Elden Ring is possibly one of the best games ever released, or like it's just such an incredible game. So like, even if it's remotely close to like a fraction of what Elden Ring was, it'll still be good. And I'm grasping at straws here that this game will be peak, because oh my god, the world building and the lore and the aesthetic and the vibes of Bloodborne, and even the gameplay side of things. I actually really liked the gameplay side of things from Bloodborne. Oh my god. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I am so excited for this. It's so hype. It's so hype. Switch 2 will be 500 euros for me. Kinda hate living in a rich country. No, trust me, for Canada, I think it's like approximately like $650 for Canadian dollars. Let's see. Let me look this up. Switch 2 price Canada. It is $630 for a Switch 2. Like, so expensive. Hi Galaxis, how's it going? Like, it's so expensive. I really hope they do something about that, because Jesus Christ, that is like half of like a rent on the Switch 2. Which, like, I don't know, Chad. Unless we do like a Chad fucking funds the Switch 2 for me so I can play Bloodborne 2. Sorry, that that is like at least $800 for me to just experience Bloodborne 2, which is like either that or I just can like wait till Jacksepticeye plays it and just watch the YouTube video. Both of which are good options, you know. But yeah, okay. Let's get right into things, chat, shall we? First things first, let's leave the event level tab. There's Echo Delta and GD Gangster Rap that need to be rated into the main tier list, which is the tier list that we always have for the Legendary and Mythics. As per usual, these are my opinion on the levels of my experience playing the levels. This takes into account both actually the gameplay and how much I enjoyed it, how much I thought that the learning process was enjoyable, and, you know, the actual experience of playing it. So there's levels out here that are pretty low because of the experience of playing them. Not only because of the visuals, but also because of the experience of playing them. I also really value originality, and I really value, like, you know, when it comes to things feeling fresh, that it doesn't feel like something that already exists. So that's why, for the most part, game remakes are very, very low. Same with Other Side, even though, you know, it doesn't look that bad, it doesn't play that bad. I would just like to go and play it Inside instead. So it's not all about visuals. It also takes into account my experience with the gameplay. It also does a little bit take into account the song. If I don't like the song as much, it definitely gets lower. That is the case for Comatose, for example. I'm not the biggest fan of the vocals of the song. I do like the gameplay a lot. I do think the visuals are awesome. I, however, do not enjoy the song as much. However, if I do like the song a lot, it definitely does bump it up. For example, Hyper Astralis, I think that is one of those levels that I think I really like the song, and so that bumps it up quite a little bit. So stuff like this that actually does matter to me. So just letting you know more or less what I go with. I also don't compare only Mythics to Mythics. I do compare them between tiers. So for example, like Rage Quit here and Disturbance, these are being compared. It's not only the Rage Quit to them in here, or Rage Quit to like Astralis. Like, I am comparing them in between each other. I do think that like all of these levels I have enjoyed more than Rage Quit. That is like something that I needs to be said. Same thing with, like, for example, like where is it, Throne of the World and Feature Grungus being this low. Like, I do think that all of these levels are thank you so much, Flowser, for their ours. Not entirely wait, no, I feel like I'm not entirely sure that I know where this currency is for. Is it Argentinian? Is it Argentinian again? Yeah, Argentine pesos. Okay. Thank you so much for the 100 Argentinian pesos. I appreciate it. ARS or ARS. But thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the Argentinian pesos. I appreciate it. Yeah. ARS, yes. So yeah, for example, like Total War Infinite Gronkers, like I do think that a lot of these other levels are better than these, for different reasons, of course. If you want to go individually and see all of the rankings, I'm not gonna be explaining all of them. There's first impressions for all of the new ones, and then there's the mythic and legendary tier list streams themselves, which I covered like a lot of these before. Also, there's a mixed tier, which is levels that I'm not entirely sure whether I like them or don't like them. I don't think they're bad. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about them for different reasons. So I don't think that they go in any other tier, which is why like stuff like Bussin or Galacticus or like, you know, Magistro are here. And then mid are levels that I just think are like, they're not bad, they're just eh. I don't have many thoughts on them. I don't dislike them, I don't hate them, they just don't do anything for me. Don't love it are actual levels that I just don't really like and don't really love, and then don't like it is like, yeah, I actually just don't think these levels are good. And actively dislike it are pretty, you know. And then obviously 3 that to know 2 are just not really ranked because I don't see a point in ranking these, they're not GD levels. Thanks for playing Clash Legends, of course. It was so fun to play it. It was genuinely a really, really fun experience. I really enjoyed it. I wish there was a little bit more balance in the weapons, but aside from that, it was pretty enjoyable. I quite enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Where did I end up putting it? It was somewhere here. Why did I put Dash Legends? I don't see it. Am I blind? Oh, here it is. Pretty decent level. The most recent one is Gangster Rap, if you don't know. Oh, I'm aware. I made that level. I am aware. I did make that level. Zone Pirates obviously deserve a tier, but Mythic, true. I love Zone Pirate and V. Okay, so now we have Echo Delta and Gangster Rap. 2 levels that I've already kind of, you know, gone through. Obviously, Gangster Rap, part of the levels that I've made this year. Really cool that I got the Mythic. Very, very happy with the reception so far. I think for the most part it's been pretty enjoyed from people. Obviously, like, you know, not really comparing to Heave Ho and Button Mashers in terms of the amount of people who've played it. These 2 levels were absolutely massive, but hopefully it gets there at some point. It's slowly getting there. Why is Gangster Rap on Boomgitty's profile though? Because I just didn't want to upload it. Boomgitty can upload it. So let's go over the Echo Delta one more time. Let me re-download the song. I had to like remove all of my download songs because I was running out of file space. So really cool stuff about Echo Delta is that there's a lot of lore and world building in this level. If you haven't watched it already, Audiovisual did a stream talking about like the ideas and direction of this level, which is really cool. I would recommend everybody go watch it. Audio is super awesome. He's a super nice guy. Love hanging out and talking with him. And yeah, this level definitely reflects all of the thought process put behind it. I also talked with Sir Punch a little bit about this, so I have like a bit of an inside information from Sir Punch, but I haven't talked to Defi about it very much. And so I think Defi was here when I was reacting to this originally, but time to actually put it up on the tier list. So I actually quite enjoyed the gameplay for this level. I think that surprisingly enough, actually no, not surprisingly enough. I think that this level is very technically demanding in terms of like gameplay. It does like things that are very odd and very like unconventional in terms of its gameplay progression and its ideas when related to the gameplay, which might make it seem really hard for some people, but it's actually surprisingly very intuitive, which I did not expect out of this level because of how conceptual things are and stuff like that. I will say, I think that the best part about this level is absolutely the atmosphere. I think that it has fantastic atmosphere and like immaculate sorry, chat. Ugh. Immaculate vibes. And so because of that, I think the level like really resonates with a lot of people. Because of just how unique and interesting the vibes are. I donated 100 creative points to starving children in Central African Republic. You're insane for that. You're insane for that. Oh. I will say, the gameplay in Audio's part is slightly iffy because of the gravity changes. It makes it a little bit hard to like actually understand what's happening. But aside from that, I don't see much issues with the gameplay there. It's very readable, it's very straightforward. Also, just so y'all are aware, Serpunch and Wio Wio Teo made the song for this level, which is really cool. That this level has a custom song. You're making your first platformer level? Nice. I'm happy to hear that. Good luck. This song bangs. I've heard a lot of opinions about the song. I've heard a lot of people really like the song, and I've heard a lot of people really don't fuck with the song, which is valid, I think, on both ends. It's, you know, some people will like it, some people won't. That's just how it be. Okay, let's go and beat this through though. I really like this first section in terms of like the way that the song progresses. I really love the atmosphere and the vibes. I think, honestly, my only complaint for this level, and I've said it to Sir Punch as well, I just kind of wish that the consistency in art style was more apparent. I feel like there's a lot of different styles in art, be it between the backgrounds and the block designs, or like Audio's having more of a different style compared to everybody else's. I think that I wish that it was a little bit more consistent in terms of how the visuals came together collectively. But I still think that the aesthetic of it and how unique it feels definitely shines through. What is my favorite level in general? We'll talk about that a little bit later. I don't know. I'd have to think about it a little bit. I'm still. I know that usually I would just say, you know, Sad Machine by Taman, but I've been questioning myself a little bit. I've been questioning whether that remains true, even nowadays. I love the atmosphere at the start, and like the progression into the. It's so good. And I think a lot of people don't really talk about it because, again, the song is very interesting and very out there. But the song rep in this level is like absolutely fantastic. Like I know that the song was made for the level and the level was made for the song, but like it really shows with how well represented a lot of different elements are. I really also love this transition here at the end of this part. I think that the impact frames that Audio added like right here are super cool. They're super well done. Also, this wave effect is really nice. I really like the backgrounds and the atoms, like detaching themselves from each other, like the bonds. Really cool. I really like this level. This level's really nice. I think a lot of people really didn't like audio's section in this because it feels so much different from everything else. I don't necessarily think it like ruins the level. I think it's very out there and it's very different from everything else, but I think it still has a lot of charm, and by itself it's still very nice. The song very hit or miss, not gonna lie. No, really. It's really like a, you either love it or hate it. And I am one of those people who really likes the ending of the song a lot and the beginning of the song a lot, but the middle section feels very not exactly what I want. How much mythics have I been a part of? I don't know that's the correct way of saying that, but I have been a part of 3 mythic levels. Possibly 4 if Aperture gets mythic. Some parts are great with others. I'm like, no, I agree. So for Echo Delta, I really like this level. I thought this level was awesome. I think this is the best level Sir Punch has released in 2.2, in my opinion. Comparatively to a lot of other levels, I genuinely think that this level is really, really solid. I think Audio and Defi did a fantastic job too. There's definitely things that could have been improved, but at the very least, I think this is a very good level. Me personally, I think the package as a whole is very similar to these in terms of quality. I think it's super solid. I think it's really, really cool. I like the gameplay. I like the visual aesthetic. I like the vibes. I can definitely see a lot of potential if like Sir Punch keeps doing this kind of style that is very reminiscing of more of his older like 2.1 or like 2.0 stuff. I definitely think this is the way to go for Serp. It's super cool to see this kind of stuff, and I'm very much looking forward to see what else they do. So I still think I like Hideout's gameplay more, and I think I like 102 Blue's general aesthetic more. Thank you, Flowser, for the bits over on Twitch. I appreciate it. And hello. And next we have GD Gangster Rap. Now, I made this level, so I don't think we need to go over it. But Chad, do you want me to play it again? I can go and play it again, but like, I feel like we've all seen it already. You've heard me yap about it. I can go over it, but me personally, I think this level is a pretty good level. I don't think it's anything exceptional. Me personally speaking, compare at all of these, I would put it about here. Am I crazy for this? Actually, no, I would put it, I do like it a little bit more than Echo Delta. Because I really like the gameplay in GD Gangster Rap. I know I made most of it, but like, I really like the gameplay. I think the gameplay was really cool. But I don't think this level is that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that this level is a very hit or miss. If you like the song, then you're gonna put it really high. If you don't like the song, you're gonna put it very low. If you like the style, you're gonna put it very high. If you don't like the style, you're gonna put it very low. That's one of those things that it's like, hey, if you fuck with it, you really fuck with it. And if you don't fuck with it, then you don't fuck with it. Based on what I'm seeing, you placed it too low. I don't like this level that much. I'm genuinely speaking. I genuinely don't think that this level is all that. And maybe it's because of my experience of like making the level and stuff like that. But I genuinely don't think that, like, I think a lot of people have been comparing it to like Next Cap Soon. I really like don't think these two levels are comparable. I genuinely just think Next Cap Soon as a level is miles beyond what GD Gangster Rap ends up being. I think that the memes are fun, it's interesting, but I don't love it as much. I don't think it's even close. It's fun, it's nice, it's silly, but as a level, I think that it fails a lot in its progression and its general direction. It is way too repetitive as a level. I know that, like, you know, it doesn't seem like it, but like, it's very, very repetitive as a level. All of the parts really kind of blend together, which for a lot of people, I think that's very good. It creates consistency, but I think it's to the point where, like, it makes a lot of parts feel very forgettable. You kind of just go through them, and you remember them because of the verses, not because of the parts themselves. And this is not to blame the creators. I mean, we had, like, not too much time to work on this, and we had a lot of really, like, chaotic things happening, as well as, like, you know, needing to make something for Boom Kitty. So there's, like, the amount of liberties that we had were a little bit more restrictive. I do think that the good parts of this level are super solid, but I definitely think that it's... It's one of those levels that, like, I genuinely am very surprised that I got the mythic, because I, personally speaking, would not have even given it a legendary. But to be fair, that's like most of the levels in this game, so I do understand why a lot of people like it. I mean, it's a level for GD, so, you know, the intent and purpose behind it was definitely to make a fun level for the song, and the song is very, like, you know, in your face about these things. But personally speaking, I think it's just fine. It is as much of a mythic as Button Masher. I very much feel similarly about these two levels, in the sense that, like, they're both made for a specific reason. Their intent is very clear. They do what they need to do, and because of that, they're good levels for what they needed to be. How do you get the UFO? There is a raid code, and the password is hidden. The code is hidden in the level. Mythic is kind of symbolic for this one. No, I agree. I think that the mythic really is because of the circumstances of the level and the gameplay. I genuinely have to say, I think I cooked really, like, Ludwig and I really fucking cooked with the gameplay. Because it's one of those moments where I just genuinely think this is the most enjoyable, in terms of gameplay, event level there has been. And I'm fully biased here. I'm saying it with a fully biased opinion, because this is my own gameplay. I genuinely think this gameplay is super fun. So yeah, all of that to say, it's good. It's a solid level. I don't think it does anything bad. I think it's a pretty good level. I think it does everything that it needs to do pretty well. I don't particularly think it's better than any of these above. I can see the mythic for the reasons that I've stated before. Does that mean that every other level before this, like on top of this, should be mythic? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. But anyway, we have this one now, which is a smaller tier list, and it's all of the event levels, which is the main title of the stream. Now, let's be honest here, chat. There's not as many. There's a lot of tiers. Gotta change things around a little bit. We have PM. I feel like every, you know, the gameplay is like very inoffensive. Doesn't really do anything above or below standard for me. I just to say it's super fun. It's not so much that, like, okay, I'm comparing it to the gameplay of every other event level, and I think most of these don't have good gameplay. So it having standard gameplay is already, like, a good thing in my opinion. I did play it super safe with the gameplay. I do think that some parts are really enjoyable. In terms of, like, some of the way that some of the gameplay flows with the song, I think those specific parts are enjoyable and they make it really fun. But yeah, no, compared to, like, other levels out there, I don't think that the gameplay is all that stellar. Like, I genuinely think that there's levels out there that have way better gameplay. But I'm comparing it to a lot of event levels, and yeah, so, there's PM. There's Chillers. There's Mid. There's Bleh. And then there's Ass. So, we're going to be ranking all of these. And we're going to be playing through all of them. Thank you to Subpixel, by the way, for everybody in chat. Thank you, Crazy Palm. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Sleep well. Or, great night. Sorry. Sleep well. We're going to rank all of them. We're going to go in order of release date, actually. Let's go in order of release date. Let me see if I remember how they released. It was this one, then this one. And this one? Was Ruins, I think it was this. It was like this? Hold up. Hold up, chat. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Was Citadel the third one? Citadel, Retrospective, Ruins, Cheat Codes, Backstreet Boy, No Electra, Duckstep, Skylove, YouTube, Boogie, Button, Masher, Hevo. Did I get it? Retrospective, Ruins, No Electra, Duckstep. No, did I switch Duckstep and No Electra? Hold up. No, I did. Okay, no, I got it right. I got it right. Damn, that's crazy. I'm so cool. It's, what is this order? I think it's just the order Subpixel added them in. Peak self-plays? Hey, you don't even know where I'm placing it. Alright, let's play them in order. What are my thoughts on Stereo Madness? It's a fun level. Okay, let's play all of them. So first off, we have Back and Dash by Audio. Genuinely, I think this is the best way that they could have started event levels. I genuinely, truly believe that this is the best way you can start an event level. Having a remake of an OG level by remaking like the song. It's like such a banger idea, and I think that Audio was a perfect fit for this level. Like, I know that like a lot of people wanted events to start with a bang, with like the best level ever released, but like I feel like they needed to release with like, hey, this is GD, you know, like this is still GD. Don't release with like fucking Heave Ho or whatever. Like having Back on Dash being such a nice remake of, like, or reimagining, I should rather say, like a modernized reimagining of Back on Track with a track by DJV that like it completely remakes this. I think it's super fucking nice to have such a unique approach to this because of like how audio style merges in with GD like so well. It's so nice to see such a refreshing and nice take to the level. It's so fucking cool. I really, really like this. I think that honestly, Audio did a fantastic job with this, and yeah, it's a very, very straightforward level. It doesn't do anything super out there, but I think that's kind of what you need. Very clear gameplay, very nice vibes, very good song representation. Really, really, really nice visuals, super clean, super straightforward, very good indicators too, only there when needed. I don't know, I genuinely think this is a really, really good level. For the event levels, I think that this does a fantastic job of just setting things up. And I think Audio is just really, really cool. What if GDX Alan Walker? That would be funny. That would be funny. Where would you put your magical Dominator on the legendary mythic tier list? I would not put it in there. I would put Blast Processing in there. Yeah. I would put Clutterfunk in there. I would put Dimensional Dominator is not bad, but it's, I don't know. I don't think it's the best main level. I think Blast Processing has definitely like contention for it. I think Clutterfunk and like Hexagon Force as well. I think Electrodynamics is probably everybody's like the general, like the highest, like the most beloved level. TOE2 getting slept on here? No, I think TOE2 is definitely up there too. I just think that Blast Processing did such a good job for 1.9 that like it's hard to talk about TOE2 when like Blast Processing just did such an incredible job. But anyway, Back on Dash. We're putting it. We're putting it. We're putting it. Deadlock is also amazing. Okay, Back on Dash. I genuinely think it's a big chillers. I think the level is super, super good. I think it does what it needs to do. It doesn't do anything super out there, but that is exactly what you need to start things off. I think the difficulty is perfect. The fact that this is a generally easier level, I think is very accessible for a lot of people, which I think is really, really cool for event levels, and it does a very, very good job. So thank you, audio. Ooh, can I delete it? Want to delete the song? Yeah. Oh, dude, that's crazy. I could do that. I didn't know that. Okay, so I can download them and then delete them right after. That's great. Actually, yeah, that's actually super good. Next, we have Geometry, which was very unexpected. This is a very big switch between Back on Dash and Geometry, because it starts incorporating more pixel art assets, which, you know, tie more into the whole 2.2 aesthetic. Instead of it feeling more like a traditional GD level, this definitely feels like a 2.2 level, you know. It has a lot of more artistic elements that, you know, kind of try to fit well with the song. Obviously, oh, by the way, Chad, we have to take into account the fact that all of these levels have, like, a specific color scheme, for the NCS ones, at least, in order to, like, you know, match the genre in the music. So do take that into account. I think this level is also, like, a pretty safe pick. I don't think it does necessarily anything very offensive. I think a lot of people say this is the worst level. I don't really know why, because it doesn't do anything wrong, but it's one of those that, like, I genuinely think is just kind of fine. The gameplay is enjoyable. For the most part, it does very, very good at, like, showing the new 2.2 mechanics. It introduces a lot of people to some of the more, like, conventional GD rules. I don't think the gameplay is super side readable, though, I will say. I do think some of the transitions and some of the moments in the gameplay are definitely more directed towards, like, they're more directed towards experienced players or active players, you know? And by experience, I don't mean, like, extreme demon grinders. I just mean people who have maybe beat an easy demon or two, you know? Which, to be fair, compared to, like, the vast majority of people who play this game, is still, like, a lot of people, but it's not as many as you might think. Like, not everybody has beaten an easy demon. And so, because of that, like, this level does introduce some more complex, gimmicks and mechanics. And so, yeah, I think it's really nice. I think it's, surprisingly enough, very, very, chill as a level, too. I don't think it goes in chillers, but I do think that the level doesn't do very much to go wrong. I will say this part is a little bit misleading because of the way that the camera is done. It is very easy to not properly read that part, and because of the speed changes and the way that the composition is done. And so a lot of the jumps look possible, but they're actually not. And so I think very often people will click early instead of, like, waiting, because just of the way that things are arranged. So a little bit poor composition there does make the gameplay a little bit less side readable. And so yeah. Going down. I like how it's going down, but then you're, like, sideways. So it's, like, not really consistent. Do you think it's kind of funny? I love getting that coin. That coin is really fun to get. It does have indicators, which I think is interesting, because it does help a lot of people. Mostly with this duel at the end. I think this duel at the end, like, really came out of nowhere for a lot of people, and, you know, good thing it has indicators, because I think a lot of people really, like, would die there. Honestly, I think a lot of people give this a lot of hate. I don't think it's that bad. I think a lot of people would put it in blah or ass. I just think it's kind of just there. I genuinely, like, for the most part, I don't think this level is all that bad. It is just a okay level. It is very mid. And like, again, I think a lot of people take offense to the word mid, but it's just very middle of the road. It's not bad. It's fine. What are the names of the tiers? There's Peem, Chillers, Mid, Bleh, and Ass. And now we go to a very controversial level. And I know that I'll have a very controversial opinion about this one. I should select everything. And then No, can I not delete it? Fuck. Is there not a way to delete? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. I deleted that for no reason. And so here comes my most controversial take of this entire stream. This is, in my opinion, the worst event level in the game. And it's not even close. So why do I say that? I think a lot of people really like Citadel, they really like the vibes of Citadel, they really like the song of Citadel. And I will say something, I like the song of Citadel a lot. I think Citadel's song is incredible. It is probably one of the best songs that has come out of the whole collaboration. I think that this level is absolutely awful for the song. I think that this level has done such a horrible job at actually being, one, an event level, and two, a level for this song. Because of multiple reasons, and I think that the first one that we have to talk about is the gameplay. I think that we can all agree that for the most part, the gameplay is fine. I don't think the gameplay does anything too bad. It's just kind of middle of the road, very mid. But there are two very specific parts that do really bad for the gameplay. The first one is upcoming, which is this one right here. Because of the lack of contrast in colors and the decoration, this part is actually a lot harder to read for a lot of people than it should be. It is surprisingly confusing, and it's very reliant on its indicators in order to like actually understand what is going on. It has very poor composition, poor telegraphing, and it makes it very confusing to actually tell apart what is going on. I do like this transition. This transition is sick. Oopsies. I died there. Wait, hold on. Let me play it in practice mode. And we can beat it, of course. Like, these levels aren't too hard by themselves. So, because of that, because of some of the gameplay choices, it has made the level definitely not as fun as an experience for a lot of people to beat. And like, genuinely, the amount of people that I've heard complain about how much they dislike the gameplay of this level and how like hard it was for them to beat it because of like how complex some of these ideas were, makes it really not great for an event level, because it just becomes way too complex for a lot of newer players to get behind, which is like, you know, very important to take into account when it comes to like event levels, because like you're basically making an official level for the game. You can't just fumble the gameplay like that. I think this part is actually really fun. This is probably the best part of the level in terms of gameplay. Now, here's another complaint. The pick a path. I know it's consistent, and I know you can just practice mode and learn it, but like, really? Like, are we really putting a pick a path in like 2024? Like really? Like, this is not Dorobe Basics anymore, you know? Like, we can move past this. That is like such a lame thing to do. And then obviously, you know, the part that I think a lot of people complain about, I actually think this part is not too bad in terms of gameplay. It is very trippy, but it is just learning. Once you actually understand what the gameplay is, it's very straightforward. I don't think that part is all that bad in terms of gameplay. This part, however, is absolutely awful. I think this part is genuinely some of the worst gameplay out of the entire event level series. Like, the only thing that compares with this is probably the camera work in Heave-Ho, but like, this is genuinely not very enjoyable to play. It is very hard to sight read for the vast majority of people, and you know, while it does make sense in context of the level, it just doesn't play very well. However, and here comes my actual biggest complaint, I don't actually think that the gameplay makes this level horrible. I think that the gameplay definitely doesn't make this level great, but with this gameplay, I still think give it a very mid, you know, mid to passable rank. What is the actual part of this level that I don't like? I don't think this level looks good. I think that this level looks ass. very honest with y'all, chat. I actually think that the gameplay is better than the deco. And I know what you'll think because I just complained about the gameplay for like the past like 5 to 10 minutes. I actually think that the deco just looks ass. I have never been a fan of subwoofer style. I've just generally never thought subwoofer style looks great. And this level kind of proves it to me that subwoofer kind of just doesn't got it. Better than back on dash? Hey, you can have that opinion, but at the very least, back on dash was clean, it was inoffensive, and it did its effects very, very well. I don't think this level does a very good job at matching the pacing of the song and doing a good integration of its designs. And why do I say that? For 2 reasons. Number 1, the colors. I think that this level has the ugliest colors out of any other level in this entire Gauntlet, with the not Gauntlet, events level, with the exception of Skyline Part 2, which we'll get around to later. I think that the colors of this level are actually just very, very ugly. And that is a personal opinion, of course. If you like the colors of this level, that's super, like, valid for you. I just don't like the color scheme of this level. The thing is, you can blame it on the NCS color choice, but I actually don't think that is the case. I think that is literally just a subwoofer situation. I don't think the colors are very good. I think that a lot of the colors are super washed out, mostly looking at these clouds at the beginning. These clouds at the beginning look absolutely awful. I genuinely don't love... I genuinely despise how these clouds look. I really hope that people don't make clouds like these because these look awful. But for the most part, the colors look super washed out. They look very uncohesive with each other. There's parts that absolutely lack a lot of contrast and they create a lot of issues with the actual detailing of the level. The mix between like very classic GD textures and also like the very artsy like this part. I don't like these colors. These colors just don't look very pretty in my opinion. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the fact that it's like so saturated but also so dark. It makes it look so odd. I don't like it. It's a bit more cohesive, but like, yeah, I don't know. There's so many things about this level that I just think are so odd and off that it's like, yeah. It has to be personal? Yeah, absolutely. I think that the colors are entirely a personal thing. I really don't vibe with the colors of this level. And also, like, a lot of the design choices, of course. Aren't I colorblind? I am colorblind. And that could be it. That could be the reason. It could just be that the fact that I'm colorblind and the colors that I'm looking at just look ugly to me. But they look ugly to me. So I very much feel like, you know, that it's one of those things that it's like, hey, if I look at this and I look at the colors and they look ugly to me, then GG's. What kind of colorblind I have per anomaly. This is one of Subwoofer's weakest levels. I agree there. I genuinely think Subwoofer's levels have been better. I really do not understand why a lot of people really like this level, aside from just the song is a banger. And it's kind of like the same way about like Castlevania. Like I don't understand why people like Castlevania that much, because it's like just pretty ass to play and doesn't look that good. But I digress. Maybe people just really like this style and vibe, you know, like the whole castle medieval dark fantasy thing, which is valid. I just don't think this does it very well. Okay, let's lock in. I actually think that the best colors in this entire level are in this wave part. Like right here, with these parts. Like these blades are absolutely cool. I really like the colors here. But everything else about this level just feels so muddy and like silly. Like it just feels so blah, you know? Like, I don't know what it is. It's the fact that maybe it's the lack of contrast, or maybe it's the specific choice of colors. But it just looks like it's muddy. It looks like it looks like somebody like took like a actually no, that might be too mean. But it looks like somebody took like a bucket of like brown paint and like just like slattered like a very slight layer of brown paint on top of the whole level. And it makes it feel so odd. I don't know, it just, like, why? You could have made some of these colors way more vibrant, or some of the colors, like, way more impactful. Like, I really like the green touches in some of the parts. I don't like how they mix together, but I like the idea of them. And so, like, why didn't you, like, go for more of these, like, bright greens or, like, bright purples to, like, enhance the tones of the level? Like, why did you have to go for such, like, washed out, desaturated, or, like, even super saturated but dark colors? Like, it's just such an odd artistic decision that really, really makes me not like this level. And then, obviously, I think this part just... Okay, am I crazy, chat, for saying that these tears to the screen don't look good? I don't think they look good. And I know that, like, they look like, whoa, impressive, but, like, I kind of think they look very ugly. I think the rest of the part looks fine, but I think the tears on the screen look very ugly. And the fact that they're just there the entire time is kind of like, oh, okay. No, they don't look good. They're way too distracted. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one. I actually think this part looks fine. It just plays like shit. This part is actually pretty enjoyable to play, aside from, like, to watch. Just, like, don't look at the clouds, because the clouds look very, very ugly. But if you don't look at the clouds and you, like, pretend like everything's fine, this part actually looks fine. Again, brighter, more vibrant colors, a better color mix, like the very good bright blues, the very saturated reds, the very, like, poppy greens. That's fine. Like, you know, if you actually make good colors, it shows. I think that this part has decent colors, and then the end art doesn't. The clouds aren't that bad. The clouds are ass, dude. The clouds are so ass. What are you talking about? The clouds are so ass. Like, look at this. What am I looking at? These don't even look like clouds. It just looks like what that one brush, like, splattered all throughout. This looks so ass. Maybe I'm just too nitpicky with the clouds, but these clouds just look ass. What did clouds ever do to you? I love clouds. Okay, chat. How? I love clouds, okay? I love making clouds. Clouds are some of my most favorite thing to do. In GD, the first fucking thing that I did in 2.2 was fucking make clouds, okay? The first fucking thing I made is just clouds. Like, what are you talking about? I love clouds, okay? I think clouds are pretty. I think clouds are good. I think if you use this object and use it properly to make pretty clouds, you can do it. Mostly when the colors are right and the shapes are right and the structure compositional things are right. You can make good clouds. You can make good clouds. That is not good clouds. That is shit clouds. Bad clouds. Ass level. No, I'm kidding. I don't think the level's that bad. As a level, I think it does fine. It's just not for me. I think that this level is very blah. I don't like the gameplay very much. I think the gameplay is very, like, middle of the road to bottom. I think that the visuals are just not for me. I think the colors are super muddy. I don't love the way that the clouds look. There's a lot of interesting decisions taken. They make some of the parts look just very odd to me. And so, I just don't like this level. I don't think Subwoofer is a bad creator. I just don't think this is a good Subwoofer level. I think that Subwoofer has made better levels. And the funny part is that level exists, and it's called Dioma, and it should have won some places, because this level is actually kind of awesome, and you should all check it out. This is Subwoofer's probably best level. It's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Next we come to Retrospective. Oh, let me delete the song, by the way. Yippee. Retrospective by Nyx. Dioma is peak. Dioma is so good. I genuinely think that a lot of people slept on Dioma because of Citadel. And, like, they think, like, oh my god, Citadel's the best Subwoofer level. When it's like, no, like, he's made good levels before. And Dioma is, like, the proof of that, you know. He has made good levels. It's not like a, you know. Citadel's just not one of them. So, here we come to probably one of my favorite entries. I think a lot of people just kind of see this level as being very mid, which is very valid. It doesn't do anything too interesting. But I really like the colors, and I really like the song representation. I think that the song rep in this level is awesome. Which, okay, chat, if we're gonna make event levels based around releasing specific collab songs into GDE, then the most important thing you should do as an event level creator is to make the song integral to the level. It has to be super important that the song matches the level perfectly. The song has to work with the level perfectly. It has to have really good song representation, because that is your only goal. Your only goal is to make a good level for that song. not to make a good level and that it happens to have a song, because you need to make a good job with the song. And I think that this level does a very good job with the song. I will say this level does have a couple of issues when it comes to the gameplay. I think that the gameplay does have a couple moments that are a little bit unreadable. You will have a couple of those moments where, like, you know, the gameplay kind of throws you off with some of the transitions or some of the gameplay gimmicks that it's implementing. So I don't think it's like necessarily the best thing ever, but I definitely think that this level does a very, very good job at what it's trying to do. It has pretty straightforward ideas. It has very, very good implementation of the song. I think it's very clean. It has a lot of really cool ideas. It's sometimes a little bit messy compositionally, but it does a pretty decent job at what it's trying to do. I found the gameplay totally fine, to be fair. I don't know, me too. I genuinely, there's like a couple of moments that are slightly like odd for a couple of people to play. I think that one of them is, I'll just tell you which ones actually. I think that this ship right here coming up, the fact that you're low gravity makes it a little bit harder to read, and you can like over-tune. Also, for some reason, in here, you don't jump into here, you jump here instead, but I think this, like, the way that this is compositionally done makes it a little bit confusing because you're not used to like falling into a portal and then like landing and jumping. So I think a lot of people have died to that transition. I also think that some of these changes in camera do come a little bit tricky, and so it does make it a little bit odd. And also there's a part with the dash orbs later where you don't hold two of the dash orbs, you just tap them, but the last one you do need to hold, and so that break in the pattern makes it also a little bit tricky for maybe less experienced players. Oops. I'm reading chat at the same time as playing. That's not a good idea. Kind of all the event levels so far were just for song release. I'm kind of wondering how else the event tab is going to be used. Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, for the most part, event levels so far have just been like song releases that are like, you know, made for GD. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll get an event that is specifically catered towards something else in the future. Goodbye, Zero. Thank you so much for coming around. The other thing is a lot of those slopes that are used in this part before, you jump off of them, and so the last one you not actually, well, there's only one to be fair, but or maybe there's two, I don't know. Yeah, there's two. The last one not jumping off of it does create like a very odd pattern. And yeah, these dash orbs, like you tap those two, but you have to hold the last one. And so, you know, it creates maybe a little bit of a disconnect between some of the parts of the level. Honestly, pretty fun level overall, though. Is there a chance of an NCS GD album too? That could be possible, true. So, Retrospective, I think Retrospective is pretty chillers. It used to be my favorite. It is not anymore. I actually really like Retrospective. It's really fun. It's really enjoyable. I think it really does a very good job with the song representation. I think it could have looked better. I think it could have been cleaner and been a little bit more polished. But for what it is, I actually don't think it's that bad. Also, the song is amazing. Can we just say, JJD did a fantastic song with and Alex Scrindo they both did a fantastic job with the song. Amazing song, one of the best songs out of this whole collab. Now we have Ruins by Grax, and I think a lot of people think I will hate on this level because I did not like Berserker. And they would be correct if this level wasn't actually pretty good. This is just good. I think the gameplay suffers a little bit, but aside from that, well, I mean, it's Grax gameplay. Grax gameplay has never been the most enjoyable thing ever. But it's actually pretty good. This is better than Berserker? Oh yeah, by far. It's not even close. I think that, like, I don't know a single person that says that Berserker is better than this level. This level is just way better. I will say the one thing that I've really disliked about Grax's gameplay since 2.2 came out is just Grax's usage of the cameras. I think the cameras are a little bit intense at times, which makes it really weird to actually play some of the stuff. Like, for no reason, really, because, like, it shouldn't be hard to, like, read these things. But yeah, it kind of is sometimes. The statue looks kind of goofy. True. I will say, I do think that Grax did, like, a pretty decent job at, like, matching the vibes of the song. It's not the best song representation, I will say. I do think that for this song, this level doesn't make the most sense. I feel like the song is not as intense as the level is. I feel like the level is way too intense for the song, actually, yeah. Like, it's building up, and it is gonna be intense, but it's not to the point of, like, how the cameras are shaking. I think the block designs are also pretty solid. Pretty classic Grax block designs. So same with the art. Like, the art is okay. It's a bit goofy looking, but it's okay. We can forgive it. Dual gimmick is really cool. To be fair, it's barely a duel. It's just a visual gimmick. But yeah, I agree. Okay, Chad. So what do y'all think of this level? Because me personally, I don't think this level is all that bad. I don't think this level is all that great either. I think it's one of those levels that I genuinely don't... I think it's fine. I think it's better than Berserker. But I just kind of don't really care for it. I think the vibes of it are not necessarily what, like, I like in a level. It's very chaotic. It's very, like, in your face about some of the stuff. And that's not exactly, like, how I, like... I don't know. I don't really love this style of levels. I think they're fine. I think they're definitely chill. But I don't think it's all of that to the point where I would personally put it all the way up on the tier list. But I do think that for, like, you know, the fact that Grax spent the same amount of time on this and Berserker is kind of funny because this level just has way more polish and way better song rep and way better deco and way better basically everything. Yeah, actually way better gameplay too. So because of that, I really just kind of feel like, you know, this level kind of takes the cake. Still like an 8 out of 10 for you? Yeah, makes sense. I think I would put it here. I think it's a big chilling level. It's easy to forget about. It looks like any other custom level, not an event level. That is probably my complaint. I think that for an event level, Grax might have not been the best choice here. I think Grax is a little bit too custom. Is custom? No, I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know if the vision that Grax had for this level really fits with the whole event umbrella. You know, it doesn't feel like an official level. It doesn't feel like a level that was made for the collab between NCS and GD. It doesn't feel like it's trying to like represent the song all that much. Like it's doing what, like, you know, the minimum, which is do a decent job at syncing with the song and like have some of the ideas and vibes of the song. But I just don't feel like it's an event level. You know what I mean? Like this could have just been a Grax level and it would have been the same. Like, it wouldn't have changed anything about this level. Aside from maybe the color scheme, I guess. Maybe Grax could have explored the color scheme of the ruins a little bit more. But I don't know. I just kind of feel it's a very middle of the road for an event level, but it's a very solid level. So it like averages out to like a 7 out of 10, I'd like to say. Which I think it's still like good enough to put it in chillers. But like nothing all that impressive. And I do understand for like a lot of people this being their favorite event level, because I mean, come on, it's just a good level. So if you just want a good level, then I think this is it. If you want a good event level, I don't think this is exactly what you're looking for. Next, we have cheat codes, and then we have a very, very controversial take of mine again. I think that this is actually the worst. I know that I said Citadel was the worst. Citadel is my least favorite, but I genuinely think this is the worst. This level does the worst job out of everything to be an event level. And the reason as to why is because this song and this level are just two completely different things. Like, first of all, the song and the level just don't pair with each other at all. Like, oh my god, look at this build-up. Look at this insane build-up and how intense this feels. Look at how cool and intense this gameplay feels, you know? It's like, the song and the level are so disconnected, they don't feel at all like these levels, like this level should be made for the song. It's a decent level, like, as a level. It does, like, it's a very decent world level. It doesn't do anything that a world wouldn't normally do. But goddamn does the song not match the level at all. Like, at all. It's not even close. I see, like, zero song rep aside from this part right here. This is the only part in the entire level that has song rep. And I will say, I think it also influences the fact that I do not like the song. I think that the song is ass. I think this song is kind of ass, chat. I know that like a lot of people really like Tokyo Machine. I do too. Not this song though. This song is kind of ass. Like, look at how intense this song is. Look at how intense the song is and how like crazy like the effects would be. And like, look at the level. Also, this part sucks to play. Like, if you're not actually just... Okay, if you remove the little ship that literally tells you where to go, that part would be awful to play. It would have horrible gameplay, and everybody would hate it. Slasher is better? I agree. Like, genuinely, if that little ship wasn't there to straight up guide you the entire part, you would not know what the heck is going on in that boss fight because of the way that the telegraphing is being done, which is like, it gives you zero time to react. It does, like, it doesn't, does it even sync to the song? I don't even know. But like this. Like, how am I supposed to read this, you know? Like, if, I'm gonna ignore this little goober over here flying. I'm just gonna try to read this. Okay, go up. Okay, go down. What the heck is going on? Okay. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. Oh fuck. Like, how am I supposed to read this? Like, things just like... Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. See, like, that is such a crazy, like... It's so weird. It's so weird because it just... Like, it's impossible to read. It genuinely... In LDM, there are just saws. There's no way. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta get the Ultra LDM. It's just a bunch of blocks. It's Ultra LDM, not LDM. I did get the Ultra LDM. Or did you mean just the LDM? If I get Ultra LDM, does it not work? Yeah, I got the Ultra LDM. It should be fine. Like, the fact that this level needs an Ultra LDM is kind of crazy. Because it doesn't look like it should. Wait, did I not get it? Okay, wait, hold up. Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure, I guess. Okay, this is the Ultra LDM. Slasher had good gameplay? I agree. I think Slasher had pretty decent gameplay. Slasher is better in my opinion. I would agree there too. I think Slasher is just better. Hold up, Chai, give me a second. Just making sure that... Okay. What was up? Okay, just making sure. I hate this transition. Every time I get to this transition, it sucks. Wait, Chad, that's fire. Dude, the level got better. Holy shit. I will say the gameplay is good. I don't think the gameplay is horrible, but like, aside from the boss fight. And yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's give it a proper run on just normal. I don't know if that shit part is kind of clean. No, you might be right. You might be spitting. Hold up. So yeah, I generally don't really see too many positive things about this level for it to be an event level. For it to be a normal level, I don't care. Like this gets the legendary, I don't care. I move on. I put it in mid and I move on. But for an event level, this is not good. Like it has a very, very unreadable boss fight if it wasn't for one singular thing that you're babying the player and forcing quote unquote the player to like follow, because there's no way the player actually like remembers and reads that boss fight. It has zero music rep aside from one part. And then, like, it looks fine. Oh, God. Like, nah, no. No. World has done better. And this one way was not it. I feel the boss fight feels disconnected to the music rep. I agree. I genuinely, I don't know why, like, I don't get it. I don't get this level. I genuinely do not understand what this level was thinking, because I think World made the level, and then they gave World the song, and then World added the lyrics. Like, that's how this level feels to me. You could replace this level with, like, the song with any other song, and it probably would have worked. And I don't like the song that much. It's kind of just noises. Oh my god, and it lags as shit. I should have died there to that salt blade. So yeah, not the biggest fan. Hello, Mimosi. Siu, how's it going? Welcome to stream. This is an NCS entry? No, this is for the collab between NCS. This is an event level. So, me personally, I think this is like not really one I need to discuss. I feel like I've said it. I don't think the song is great. I think that the gameplay is mostly fine, except for the boss fight, which really, really sucks. I think that the visuals don't really complement the level in any way. I think that the level doesn't do a good job at song representation. It's just kind of there. I am sorry. I know that a lot of people like this level. It's not for me. I'm putting it at the bottom. It's, in my opinion, the worst event level out there. Anyway, next we have Backstreet Boy by Zeroa. Now, I will say, I have a very, very, very controversial opinion about this level. If it wasn't for the gameplay, this level would be at the very, very top. This level is so goddamn fun, and it does a fantastic job with the music rep. It just feels like a music video for the level. But the gameplay, oh, the gameplay kind of ruins it. Oh my god, and this song, oh my god, and this song, hold up. You mean the deco? I don't think the deco is that bad, to be fair. It is just Zoroa deco, which, like, you know, if you don't like it, that's fair. I don't think it's, like, amazing. It's just fine. But, like, the song rep, it's so good. Oh my god, the song is so good! Also, oh my god, robot part that actually plays really, really well. And it lasts for so long, I'm so happy. Like, this level is literally made for me. Oh, this is so good. But like, it sucks to play. Some of these parts, not everything. Some of these parts, like, oh fuck, I forgot you don't jump there. I don't know why the LDM lags now. I don't know. Maybe Zora changed some stuff? I don't Silhouette part is kind of confusing. Yeah, I think a lot of people really didn't like that part because of how, it's very, very hard to actually side read. It is very much a, you have to, like, remember the part. Sorry, this song is so good. It is very charming. Again, it feels like a music video for the song. I think it works super well as an event level. It feels like an event level. It has the charm of, like, being of more official. Like, it still feels like a user level, but it has, like, that cleanliness and, like, polish. Sadly, it doesn't have the art quality, like, I think that, you know, I think a lot of people kind of feel like it's missing the how like the visual aesthetics. It could have looked better, but I really like this part though. Oh my god, this part plays so well. Oh, they changed it. Wait, the ending changed? Oh. Two endings, I think? No, the ending is with coin. Oh. Yeah, I've always got it with coin. I've never seen this ending. Okay, I've never seen that ending because it's the first time I don't get the coin. I didn't know that. Okay, let's get the coin. But yeah, I do think that the gameplay being, like, definitely more complex, and, like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think a lot of people really enjoy the gimmicks of the gameplay, but it's definitely more demanding, and it kind of, like, requires you to be more knowledgeable about the game, and more, like, experienced with, like, you know, like, the game mechanics, or, like, some of the gimmicks. Which I think a lot of people really dislike that, but I personally kind of enjoyed it. I think that this level is super solid, though. I really, really like the song. And I think the level does a very good job at, like, taking the song and working with it. Well, also, like, again, like, I think a lot of people were, like, running with the excuse of, like, oh, NCS has, like, forced them a color scheme, and they can't deviate from that color scheme, so, like, all of these levels will look ass because of the colors are ass, because NCS chose ass colors. And it's like, no, you can make interesting things with the limitations that, like, NCS gave you, you know? Oh, goddamn, I forgot about that orb. Like this level has pretty interesting colors. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but, like, it has a variety of colors, you know? So, what the gameplay is a negative for the list placement, but not for you personally? Yes. I really like the ideas of the gameplay, but because of the way that it is implemented and how it comes off as an event level, I do think that it does bring its score down, but I still enjoy the gameplay. Like, look at this. Like, you can mix out other colors that are not just the main color that, like, fucking NCS told you. You can be creative and use complementary colors and try to mix in colors that blend in together while still giving the same aesthetic, you know? Like, it's not that hard. Like, Ruins also did it with, like, the green and the purple and the reds. Like, you can mix colors. I don't get it why some of these creators just didn't think you could mix colors together for some reason. That song's so good. It's such a vibe. I love it. There we go. There's the triple spike. I've been looking for it. I haven't gotten it until right now. Okay, let me see if I remember how to do this part, because I died to it like a couple times already, and I should not die to this. Come on. No, okay. I guess we're gonna leave it here, but I think Backstreet Boy is pretty decent. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I think as a level, it does take points docked off because of the gameplay being so complex and so 2.2. I think the 2.2 gameplay definitely has, like, a lot of issues that it brings up. I do also think that the visuals don't make it all that special. And I know how much I've like gush about, like, how good the song is and how, like, good the presentation this is, but it doesn't go in PM. It goes somewhere in chillers or mid. I really think that if this level had better gameplay and if it had, like, better quality of art, then it could go here. But as it is, I think it should be somewhere maybe here. Yeah. I think somewhere here makes sense. Did I get swapped super fast? Yes, because this level came out a week before Christmas, and then the next one came out on Christmas Day. Or, yeah, a couple days, but yeah. It's a very solid level. It's a really nice level. I can definitely see, like, the appeal of it and why a lot of people like it, but yes, it does have some gameplay issues that do need to be addressed, and it does have some visual inconsistencies, and some of the quality of the parts is not exactly super great, but anyway. Now we come to the most controversial level out of this entire list, because I think most people hate this level. Most people despise this level. I shouldn't have done that. Well, most people despise this level. And to that I'll say, get good. This level's a get good check. I'm gonna say it, chat. This level is a get good check. Silly death. So, a lot of people, whenever they talk about this level, the first thing that they bring up is the gameplay. Because this part right here has some of the most unsight readable gameplay in the entire game. Like that. Like, that transition, as an example, is one of those moments where it's like, oh, yeah, like, you hit the portal. But because of the way that the thing is done, if you just, like, go into it, you probably will fall and not die. And die. I think the worst thing ever is this one. In here, with the way that everything looks, it looks like you're gonna keep going in this because of these two lines right here. Almost look as if, like, you're supposed to keep going here. But because of the way that the level is designed, you actually don't do that and you turn 90 degrees. Like, this portal right here makes this part super confusing to actually play. And I'll give you that. Oh. Wait, hold up. That's funny. Because of the way that it's rotated, the icon looks really weird. The gameplay is really dysfunctional and unreadable, but it gets really easy the more you get used to it. Yep, it's one of those levels that is super learny, and that it makes it, like, very, very interesting, because it's the Berserker UFO, exactly. It's like, you cannot read this, you just need to, like, remember where to click, and then click at those moments. And that's it. If you do that, then you should be fine. But remembering is not something for everybody, and it becomes a skill check. And I think that's just, you know. I will say, I do think that song rep is very good. I think that for the song, I think this level does very, very good job at, like, actually matching the intensity of the level, and the vibes of the song, too. I really like this. Like, I think conceptually, this level's amazing. I think that the ideas that this level is trying to do, and the way that they're putting together into this are so fucking good. What is the issue? I think that the issue is that Sir Punch is super talented and coming up with visions that are very, very unique and very, very integral to the song. I think that the ideas that Sir Punch has are super, super good, and Sir Punch is super, super good at actually making interesting and conceptually unique levels. I think Sir Punch, unfortunately, has been lacking the execution to actually make this. And it can be from, like, actually being an artist, you know, like, the artistic talent, or be it from, you know, Sir Punch, like, just not having as much experience with the editor as other creators anymore. But if you, like, take this level... Okay, if you take the concept of this level, and you give it to, like, the best creators in the entire game, they would make one of the best levels in G. And I don't see if you guys see it. I don't know if you guys see it, but genuinely, this level has so much potential. It is just that Sir Punch just wasn't the right person to capture it. Sir Punch was the right person in terms of, like, the direction and in terms of the vibes, but in terms of the execution, I do think that it kind of, you know, it is a make my goat wash situation. To be fair, not too wash, because no Electra is, like, you know, I think he kind of needed to go through this to, like, eventually get where he needs to go. I think my goat can come back, but my goat a little bit washed right now. Music is a groove. I do agree the music is a vibe. It's a bit too much in your face for me, but I do kind of like the vibes of the song. By the way, chat, if you are enjoying the stream, feel free to support it. You can like the stream, or you can subscribe, or follow if you're over on Twitch. I really, really appreciate all of the support of the streams lately and the content. It's been really fun doing all of these streams and, like, covering all of the news and talking more about these levels that are coming out. I think it's really cool. So yeah, if you want to see more, would recommend it. Okay, let's see if I can get to the drop at least once, my goodness. Because I think I can beat the drop because I've learned it. But again, this level is a skill check. Like, and there's nothing wrong if, like, you're a less experienced player and, like, you just, you know, don't have the time to sit through an entire event level. It is quite valid. Mostly because it is a medium demon, so I do think that this level is definitely the least accessible out of all of the event levels. I've also heard from sources that this level was actually way, way harder originally, and that it had really, really been nerfed. But yeah. I don't like this part of the song very much. I really like this moment right here with the snowflake. Very weird execution of it, but it's really cool in concept. Again, it's one of those, like, very end of the level. But it's one of those moments where, like, I wish that no Electra was taken over by somebody else. I really think that this level had a lot of potential to be something absolutely amazing. But, because of the way that it ended up, because of the gameplay, because of some of the execution of the art, it just kind of has to go here. It just kind of has to go here. I really, 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 like, wish this level was better. I think that, like, when I originally beat it, I think it took me, like, 10 attempts. Like, it's one of those moments that it's like, this level was not hard for me to beat. It's just one of those things that it's like, it's super learny, and the moment that you learn it, it becomes so free. But, like, for an event level, for a Christmas event level, let me just say, goodbye, Meech, take it easy. For an event level that is supposed to release on Christmas, one of the days where the most amount of people in the world will want to play the event level, it is sadly just a very, very disappointing release. And that is not Sir Punch's fault, I would like to say. I think, I don't know. It's just one of those moments. There's like, I wish that the choice of the song was better. I wish that the execution of the gameplay was better. I wish that the execution of the visuals was a lot cleaner. I'm really sad because like we have a level that came out on Christmas, called iCup. No, I'm kidding. Which would have been an amazing. I do also think this level has issues, but this would have been an amazing release for that moment. Like, I would have been really cool to have something like this instead. Or Ice Melt, but even Ice Melt is a little bit more on the harder side. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't dislike this level. I think this level is still okay. I like the ideas of it. I just wish it was executed better. Now, onto PM? Onto PM? The PM? I mean, chat, I don't even need to say it. Like, fucking... What are we talking about? It's fucking the best event level. It's just like... If anything goes in PM, it's this level. I thought this one should have been Mythic? No, me too. This is the most clear fucking Mythic out there. Holy fuck, this level is gorgeous. And it plays really fun. Like, Nuts has really fun gameplay too. Also, the amount of personality and charm that this level has, it's like, oh my god, it's fantastic. Like, it's so fucking good. It's so silly. It's so stupid. The song is, like, awesome. It matches the level perfectly. Everything about this level is almost perfect. And I have one big complaint, and we'll talk about it. So first of all, this drop is... The drop is okay. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. I think Knots did a fantastic job. I think Knots did a fantastic job with the song representation. I think the drop doesn't sound great. I think the drop doesn't sound great. You know. Where did I place it? I placed it pretty low, I'm sorry. I do know you love the level, but I, personally speaking, just have, like, I think I have to put it a little bit lower. Just because of the issues that it has, or they're too big of an issue to, like, just ignore them. Hello, No Name Bro, how's it going? It's a joke song, unfortunately. I know. I kind of wish that this song was a little bit better. I think I love everything about the song aside from the drop. Also, for all of you wondering, the font used for Duckstep is the same font used in Undertides. Because both levels were being made at the same time. God, Nuts is so good at making fucking designs. They're so fun. The rendering is so beautiful. This has to have the prettiest colors in the entire, like, this has to have, like, the prettiest colors in the entire, like, game. Genuinely. Like, oh my god, the colors are beautiful. They're so gorgeous. They're so well done. And the rendering, oh my god, just looking at the rendering and the texturing in some of these parts, it's like people are like, oh yeah, you gotta use like object spam to like fucking do hyper realistic shit. Like, dude, like look at this rendering. These pipes look so good. Like the colors of the, like, no, you don't need to fucking do, oh my god, cell shading rendering is so good if you actually know how to do it right. And the MoGraph elements are so fire. like you can see that like Knots was super like after Capsule, like he just wanted to make more stuff like it. I'd actually know after like Get Happier, to be fair, because even Capsule is like all three of these levels have like very similar MoGraph elements. But like the arts, like these block designs, like these rocks are so good. They look so nice. The texturings are so good. Ah! I love this level. I love this level so much. Okay, we're time to talk about my biggest and complaint about this level, which I think is it's not even the song. I mean, to be fair, I do want to complain about the song, but here comes the biggest complaint about this level that I have. There is a boss fight. There is not a boss fight. There is a boss fight. Okay, there is a boss fight, chat. There is not a boss fight, chat. Did you? Oh, I think I fucked up the ending. They were overlapping objects? Yeah, because I practice mode. It's an issue. There's a boss fight. There is a boss fight. There's not a boss fight. There is not a boss fight, chat. But there is a boss fight. You can say that there is a boss fight, but there is not a boss fight. The boss fight isn't the focus of the level, more so just the fancy obstacles. I agree, but at that point, why make a boss fight? If like what's the point of it? Like if you're gonna introduce it, like why make it a boss? Just make it a really fancy cool duck in the background, and it would have done like making it a fancy duck statue in the background, or like animating it would have like it takes the same amount of effort. Like well, like I guess no, I'm not saying okay. Sorry, gotta rephrase that. Making it a statue and animating it does not take the same amount of effort. What I mean is, like it could have just been an animated statue in the background, like a robotic like thing in the background, and it would have been the same exact thing as it is right now. It is not a bad thing. It is a missed opportunity, and because it is a missed opportunity, I do dislike it. That's it. It's as simple as that. I wish that it had a boss. I actually liked the boss. I actually liked the concept of the boss. I wish that it actually had one. Like, you're introducing it here, like, you're hyping it up, you know? And then you come back later, and it's like, oh, I guess they're, yeah. Like, I actually wish that you had Nuts had leaned into the boss element of it, or, like, had, like, done more, be it in this part right here, to like introduce elements of the boss and stuff like that. I think it could have been really cool. And I know that it was literally just because the level was incredibly rushed. I mean, Knots was telling me about like the development while working on Undertides, and like I am aware that, you know, Knots wanted this to be more than what it is, but unfortunately the fact that it was rushed did end up leading to just a kind of a disappointing moment, I guess. It's not like the worst thing ever, but it is slightly disappointing, and I do still feel like it is a very valid complaint to have. Side quest, defeat Mechadoctron 1477. True. Quackatron. Awesome song, I will say. Yeah, goes in Peem. I don't have much to say. Best event level. Not even close. God, this song is so fun. Teminite cooked. I don't know if Chime cooked. I don't know which part they both did, but whoever made the drop did not cook. Alright. I know Embed is in chat, or at least they were earlier. So I'll try not to be too mean about this level. This is, in my opinion, the most disappointing level. Because This level could have been perfect. And it just wasn't. I didn't work on this, so I don't know why there's misinfo. I think it's fucking hilarious because there's so much misinformation about that, and I love just going with it. I think that this is probably the most disappointing release. And I will say, it is entirely not on Poke's fault. I want to make that clear. I don't actually think it's Poke's fault or Poke's fault. I genuinely think that it is so sad that this level was released in the state that it was released in. Because it has the best song, and it has the best gameplay out of any of the NCS releases. Good night, Kyo Gamer. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Take it easy. This song is amazing, and this gameplay is awesome. It has really, really good gameplay. It has really, really cool song. But goddamn, does it not look good. Goddamn, does it look mid. Goddamn, does it look mid. And it's like so rushed. Like, oh, God, I wish this level was good, but it's just kind of mid. And it feels so sad because I actually do like this level a lot. I just don't like these colors. Like, what are these colors? They're so saturated. They're so blah. They're so muddied out. They're so, like, there's too much. No, like, what are these colors? And again, the clouds. Oh my god. And don't get me started on the clouds. I think this is one thing that bothers me is if a level has not good clouds, I will instantly notice it more. Then, like, if it has bad clouds, I will notice it, and that will instantly make the level so much. I can't believe No Electric's Blay. It's just the glaring issues of No Electric are way too big for me to ignore them. I genuinely think that the gameplay is probably some of the worst in the entire, releases, and I do think that the concepts, while being absolutely amazing, are not executed very well. I'm wondering what do you think of the clouds in the Yoraid level? Which one? Because there's a couple of Yoraid levels that have clouds. At least 3 of them. But yeah. The reason it's all purple is because NCS wanted the color levels to match the song genre label color, and to that I'll say, fuck that! That is not at all fucking true, because we have Backstreet Boy, who also is purple, and it also is yellow, and also has green, and also has red, and has good colors. I say fuck that because we have Ruins, who also has purple, and also has green, and also has red, and has good colors. That doesn't fucking matter, you can make good colors. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. Good colors are not an good colors are genuinely just a thing you can do, even though you have a restricted color palette. And this color palette being ugly, is not on the restriction. I'll just say that. It's not on the discretion. It's just not. It's just not. I think these colors are good. And again, like, once Poke actually fucking lucks the fuck in and makes good colors, the level suddenly turns so much better. Not these ones. But, like, the moment that, like, other colors get added in and then a mix of colors start changing, suddenly colors are fine. But no. It has to be, like, this bright, hot pink that is, like, really, really ugly. Ah! These colors are actually not good. I know! It fucking... I fucking hate hot pink. Hot pink sucks! I hate it. Has she rated Back and Dash? I have, actually. It's here. Pink Chillers. All that to say, I actually don't hate this level. I think it's just here. It has the best gameplay. It has the best song. It has amazing song rep. It just has not very good deco, and so it's here. That's it. That's all. That's all I have to say about this level. All of my frustrations to say this level is just okay. It's a solid. It's a solid. Also, for all of these wondering, the tier names here are very vastly exaggerated. You can probably look at the tier list here and see that like Citadel and where is it? Citadel and cheat codes are in mid. So like these are just vastly exaggerated, chat. I don't actually think this level is ass. I just think it comparatively to everything else, we have to exaggerate the tiers a little bit. Where's bangers? Bangers? We have Peem. Peem? Here, we can change chillers to banging. Actually, here. There you go, Chad. Does that feel a little bit better? Does that feel a little bit less negative? Because this is actually how it is. I do like exaggerating the vibes, though. Okay, next we have Boogie by Knot. Will Leah complain about the clouds again? No, these are passable. They're inconsistent in shape and texturing, but they're fine. They could be better, but they're fine. The lag is insane. Boogie 1 hour showcase, not commentary. I would watch that. I would watch the 24-hour showcase though. I think the 24-hour showcase is a little bit better. It has a lot more heart to it, you know. Also sealed mythic. So chat, I don't want to talk about the gameplay of this level because it's non-existent. Let's be fair. This level has 3 jumps. Maybe 4. Does it have 4? Actually, I think this part has like 4 jumps by itself, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Whoa! That's a total of 6 jumps. That's crazy. It's easy. Of course, there is no gameplay. I'm aware. But I feel like ranking a level on the gameplay when it's a 2-star easy level feels a little bit silly. So let's just rank it on the experience of watching this. Now, chat, I'm gonna actually leave this one up to y'all. So please vote in the poll. Do you like Boogie? Have fun, chat. It is an 87% yes with a 13% no. Oh, that one's rough. That one's rough. That means that there's at least 7 people here that do not like Boogie. Which is fair. I genuinely think that this one of those levels that like you either love or hate it. It's brain rot, it's silly, it's the memes, it's very much like bussin'. It's like intentionally like very silly and stupid. It's like very referential. Like you need to know a lot of the anime references and a lot of the Discord meme references. Like it's very, very like online. Like you very much need to be like very, very online to understand all of these references and all of these memes. And so it's not for everybody. That's super valid. This is just Bussin'. If Bussin' was 1,000 times better, that's crazy. I knew almost every reference. That's crazy. All I got was Miku and Nyan Cats. That's very valid. Again, it's not a level for everybody, but I think that the people who are the target audience of this level are in love with this level, and the people who are not the target audience of this level hate it. And now I'll say, am I the target audience of this level, chat? You guys think I am the target audience of this level? Me as a chronically online girl streamer, you guys think that I am the target audience of this level? No, I'm too old? Damn, you got it right. You got it right. This would be me if I was like 16. Like, if I was 16, 17, I could definitely see myself thinking this is my favorite level ever. As a 22, almost 23-year-old, bit not for me, Chad. Bit not for me. I'm 19 and the target audience. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's somebody who like is closer to like 18, maybe like in their late teens, early adulthood. I think that's like makes sense. Or like again, I was incredibly chronically online like a couple years back. Same with like anime. I literally watched like almost every single anime that came out seasonally for like a solid like 5 years. But like in the past like 2-3 years, I've been kind of like drifting away a little bit from the anime community. Because I just don't have time. I'm just gonna be honest with you, chat. Life responsibilities kind of came at me, and I haven't had much time to like. I don't understand most of these memes. Being 100% with y'all, chat. I do not understand most of these memes. I've seen them, and I know of them because of the people around where, like me, you know, I have a lot of people who are very much into this culture, and that I see them talking about this shit, like very, very often. But for me personally, I just haven't been able to. I still can't appreciate the level for what it is. I still think that this level has a lot of really cool and interesting ideas. And just like in the tier list, I have very, very mixed opinions on this, but I think still, because of the polish of the level, it at the very least puts it here. It is a glorified auto level. I think that it's because of that you just kind of have to treat it as an auto level. But yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I think I don't like it as much as some of these levels up here because I actually really enjoy the gameplay of things, and I really enjoy like these levels, for example. Lovely gameplay, lovely song rep, cool visuals, cool song rep, and cool gameplay. And for this one, it's just like, oh yeah, I guess it's a level. It's neat, and that's it. There you go. So let's end the poll. Very, very skewed poll. I'm glad to hear y'all like it though. It's a very neat level. Uh-oh, the controversial one, yes. Next. Chat, I'm gonna be honest, this is not a controversial. Fuck. Okay, let me go and delete 2 gigabytes of music files. Give me a second, chat. Me when I accidentally download 10 terabytes of sound effects files. There you go. They are now gone from my computer. I'm running low on space, which is why I'm being a little bit more careful with this stuff. Okay. 0.0 bytes? True. You can't delete SFX? Yes, you can if you go to your files directly. Alright, time for the big one. Button masher. Woo! Button masher. Yippee! Wow! I love button masher. Woohoo! Audio streaming? Oh, is audio gone? I mean, yeah, actually it makes sense. Audio has been was only here for like a second. I'll go and raid him after he's done. Did he just start streaming? Oh, he's building orbit. Oh, but Zero's also streaming. Okay, I'll see who has the least viewers, and I'll raid whoever has the least viewers later. So it's a competition between Zero and Audio to see who can keep the lowest viewer base. We'll see how it goes. I've streamed Audio enough, so it's okay. Alright, chat. Time to talk about the most controversial level released this year. Woohoo! Yippee! I've said it before. I think this level is fine. I think that as a level, it is the most average level ever. If you tell me that this level was made, like for a Geometry Dash, like, fan-made game, and then this was, like, the final level, and that you told me this got rated epic, I would believe it. So how do I feel about this level? I'm just gonna say it, chat. I'm just gonna put it somewhere. And if y'all agree or you disagree with me, I don't really mind. Um... It's kind of just alright. It's kind of just good. Like, it's kind of just chill. Like, it doesn't do anything bad. It is a decent level that has pretty decent gameplay with the exception of one section that is very broken. It has interesting visuals in some of the parts. It is a cool concept of collaborating with every single person. It doesn't do too bad. Like, the end screen looks really cool. I like the way that this effect is done. It's really nice. It's a very nice detail of like having them shine and then go back, and I don't know, it's really nice. I think that the fake end screen, like the fake out of the end screen, was really cool. It got me the first time around. I thought it was awesome. I don't not the biggest fan of the first half of the level being like just pixel blocks, but I think that's what Robbed Up like, so that makes the most sense. Uh The second half is a little bit too chaotic at first, and then becomes better, but it's still very iffy at times. It has its moments where it, like the quality goes up and the quality goes down again, and it has a little bit of weird balance. It's very inconsistent. Overall, though, this is not a bad level. This is kind of decent. I think a lot of people just hate it because it got mythic, and you know what? That's fair. If you want to do that, that's up to you. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do. I don't think this is a bad level. Yeah. Would I have given it mythic? Yeah. Moving on to the next one. I won't elaborate on that one. I feel if you don't know why I would have given it mythic, then you do not understand how Robbed Up rates levels. And that is the only thing that I'll say. Now let's talk about the worst gameplay out of anything. I'm kidding, chat. Let's talk about the worst song. I actually don't really care too much about this level. I'll lie to y'all. I think the gameplay is kind of there. I think the visuals are kind of there. I think the song's pretty cool. Am I crazy for saying this level is very forgettable? Is it like a hot take? Is that like a bad take? Is this just because like this just feels to me like yet another pirate themed level that looks exactly like every other pirate themed level, but also doesn't like do anything really interesting. It like does the same like vibes, cutscenes, and boss fights, and like direction, and like you know. Yeah. Like I might be crazy for this, chat, right? I don't think this level is like. I don't think it, you know, it got beef with Magpie. Honestly, Mag made one of my potentially almost favorite levels of all time, so no. I just don't think this is a very memorable level. It's kind of a sadly a failed misconception for like a level. Like this is not what this level should have been. If I was the one doing this one, I would not have done it like this. Well, if I was in charge of it, and again, this is nothing against Mag. I think it's literally just the song. I would not have worked with the song, me personally. As much as I do like it, I don't think this song is like good for a GD level. It's not very interesting for a GD level. It's just yet another pirate dubstep song, and it's like, I think it's just been done way too much in GD to make it very, like, fun. If I was in charge of this, I would drop it because the song. Damn. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's like, I think in concept, this is really, really nice. For an event level, I think the fact that it's just a pirate-themed level, it's kind of just, yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know, am I crazy for saying that pirates are kind of lame? It's out of, like, the whole, like, big trifecta of, like, space, fucking, like, superheroes, and, I don't know, like, I feel like pirates are just kind of lame compared to those two. Like, I've never gotten the appeal. I like Pirates of the Caribbean, but I didn't like it because there were pirates. I like it because it had, like, good, like, plot writing and a really fucking incredibly funny cast. Like, the cast was really fucking good. Like, it was nothing about the pirates, and it was everything about, like, it's actually just a pretty fun movie. Clouds when? Dude, don't get me started on the Clouds and fucking Cebu first part. I will murder a couple people. Clouds and the Soul awful. L plus Plunder plus Walk the Plank plus you have Scurry. When Aperture rate? Probably when the results get announced. So like in a couple days. Cloud tier list? I would love to do a Cloud tier list. But yeah, No, I think every creator that was in this did what they needed to do. It is unfortunate that what they needed to do was this. And that is all I have to say. I don't think it's the roster. I don't think it's Magpie's fault. I don't think it's even like the fault of the song. Actually, it's just the fact that this was like doomed to fail for them from the get-go, in my opinion, of course. And by doomed to fail, I just mean doomed for mediocrity. It's not actually a failure. It's like a very like 6 out of 10 level. God, these clouds are so ugly. Let me pretend they don't exist though. And let me just pretend they don't exist, cause like I need to add some mods so that he can trust like Vibrant's opinion to rate. I feel like that's a whole entire discussion that probably should be saved for a different conversation. Oh, I forgot about that click. So Boofer's the only creator to be in 3 event levels? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because this is... I don't think this has anybody else who has been in an event. Look at the sky, not every cloud is a masterpiece. No, that's not true. If you go IRL and you look up, every single cloud that exists is literally the best thing ever made. It has always been like this. Every single cloud that has ever existed ever is always the best thing ever. And if you go and like imagine clouds, clouds are always the perfect creation of humanity. We're getting controversial with this one. We're getting controversial with this one. God cooked so hard when he created clouds. No, we created clouds, Chad. Come on. Clearly, that is a thing that we, humanity, have invented. Clouds were not created by humanity? Can you prove me that? Because, like, as far as I'm concerned, clouds were made by humanity. Claiming the clouds were made in our image? Exactly. They were perfect, just like us. Except the chemtrails? Those are based. And cool. Said somebody somewhere, you know. Flowers are beautiful too. I do agree. Flowers are kind of goated. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Anyway, this level. I don't really want to play this level. Where did I put it on here? Pretty sure I put it at like a like a here, right? Yeah. I don't even think it goes in here. I was like, I looked at it next to like Button Masher and I'm like, no. No. This is the peak level, Duckstep. This made me wonder what kind of cloud do you like? We could do a stream ranking all the clouds. I could actually do a stream talking about clouds. Yeah, no, this level's kind of there. Above Null? No, actually, you're right. You're so right. You're so right. No Electra's better than this level. Yeah, this level's kind of just not it. It's just kind of not it. It's like it's a very like mid theme. It's a very mid song rap. It's like it's kind of just eh. Anyway, we're moving on before I get into drama. We kind of moving on after I get to drama. This level's kind of just there. Yes, this is just not an event level. This level could have released as anything else, and it would have been a solid level. This is not an event level. This should not have been an event level. By the way, for all of you wondering what is my potential favorite level, this is my potential favorite level. If Magpie had locked the fuck in, this would have been my favorite level in the entire game. I think that this level is one of the potentially best things that has come out in GD. And why do I say potentially? Because I don't actually think it's that good. Um, and I'm so sad to say this. And I'm so sad to say this because this level this is the hypothetical best level in the game, but it just isn't. It just isn't. And I'm sad that it isn't because it could have been and it should have been, but it's not. I will maybe do a rant about this level at some point. Why isn't it? Okay, first of all, the clouds. Second of all, the fact that the background does not change during the entirety of the level is sad. The fact that the song representation is halfway there is unfortunate, and the fact that this is so intertwined with Nurture's visual aesthetic is a shame. Gameplay's good though. Anyway. GD Gangster Rap. The gang's all here. What's my takes on the GD Gangster Rap music video? It's silly as hell. So, what do I say about this level? I think gameplay-wise, I cooked. Ludwig cook. Yeah. We cooked. We cooked gameplay-wise. I am very biased because I like this kind of gameplay. I played it super safe, and it's super, like, easy on purpose, you know? Yeah. I'm very biased because I played it safe. I just did the gameplay that would be okay, and that would do the good job, and that wouldn't be too hard to decorate, and that would be enjoyable. Like, you know. I'm trying to think. I don't like the deco that much. I think the deco looks considerably not as good as Next Capsule, and that is okay. I think that this was very much more like it kind of relies a lot on the references and not so much on the quality of the visual aesthetic. It is too disjointed in terms of visual aesthetic, but it's also too consistent, to which makes a lot of the parts feel very samey and very forgettable. Yeah. It's okay. I think the fact that this is an event level actually makes this just a better level. If this was just a random level, this would not be anything that important. But because it's an event level, and suddenly it's like specifically targeted towards the fact that it's, you know, an April Fool's silly level, like, I think the context behind it makes sense, but yeah. It's perfect for April Fools, not gonna lie. Yeah, and I think that's like the... If, again, it's one of those like, oh yeah, for what its purpose is, yes, I agree. Kind of like, Back on Dash, like, for the purpose of this level, it's kind of, you know, it kind of does what it needs to do perfectly. I don't really think it's that good of a level, though. I don't think this is very, like, that good of a level. Obviously, like, you know, if you compare it to, like, Astros and Next Capsule, like I said earlier, this just kind of goes in here. It's a good level. I think we did pretty good. I think we did very, very good. I don't think it's anything outstanding. All of that to say, I'm adding a new tier. And I'm changing the names of the tiers. Sorry, chat, I, like, gaslighted you. This was my intention the entire time. I was planning on doing this the entire time. I'm sorry, chat. This is how I feel about this level. I think a lot of people will disagree with my thoughts on this level because I have seen the reception. I know that y'all like this level. I know that the very, very vast majority of the community has had very positive reactions to this level, and I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy that, a lot of the work that we've put into us has gotten a really positive reaction. It's really cool, Um, it's one of those moments that, like, I genuinely am super happy with the reception that it has gotten, but it's made me very disappointed in um no, I don't think disappointed is the right word. Let me figure out my word. It has made me feel very it has made me feel very disjointed from what no, maybe not. I'm trying to find the right word, but I'm really, really not struggling with it. There's probably a word that explains this a little bit better. We'll go with disappointed for now, but that's not exactly the one. It's not unsatisfied. I think unsatisfied might be the right way to say it. I do not think that this is a good, like an amazing level. I don't think that this is like the best level ever made. I don't think that this is the potential best event level ever made. I think that this level just came out at the right time with the right amount of love put behind it, with the right conditions that to make it good. But level, as a level, I do not think that this is like all of that. I think it's solid. I think it's good. Yeah, but I don't think it's, like I think that the circumstances behind the level are the reason why this level is this high and this beloved. I don't actually think it's a level. I don't think it's a level. It's the fact that it has the memes. It's the fact that it has a reference. It's the fact that EVW is rapping. It's the fact that King Samuel is doing a backflip and reacting on it on stream with some crazy shouting. It's it's the fact that we have like it's the fact that it's Boom Kitty's first level and it got mythic. It's the fact that it's April Fools. It's the fact that the song is stupid. It's everything about the level, not the level. The level is not actually that good of a level. It's just a decent level that does what it needs to do. But the experience of the level, the feeling of the level, the sense of community, and the love that people have towards this level is what makes it good. It's what makes it fun. It's what makes it enjoyable. It's what makes it memorable. It's the it's the vibes. It's the aesthetic. It's the enjoyability of feeling your community represented into a level and like again feeling connected with this level. People resonate with this level. Like they fuck with it, and that's great. And I'm so happy that people do that. I can't put it at the top though. I know that everybody like probably would like to put it pretty high. I think this is a good compromise. The experience is what levels are all about, in your opinion, and I agree. If you enjoyed your experience with this level, if you had the most fun experience with this event level out of any other event level, you are super valid for that, and you're super valid to call this your favorite one, or the best one, whatever you want to call it. For me, as the person who was leading the project and was behind all of the logistical like things about this level and that had to like deal with all of this, I do not value this level as much. I cannot value this level as much. I quite literally, it is impossible for me to like this level as much as you all like this level. Because of my experience with Boom Kitty, with working with Vibrant and Rob, I cannot put it higher. I cannot enjoy this level as much. But yeah. So what do you think of the cloud in the Urid level? His newest preview. I got a preview, like a message from by Arid. I haven't looked at it yet. I need to go check it out. Round of applause for supervising this. Thank you, I appreciate it. It was definitely not an easy project to get done. I'm very happy that people like it. Um, I just wish it was better. As an artist, I don't feel artistically fulfilled by this level. I wished it was better. Is it wrong for me to want that? I don't know. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Is it wrong for me to not like my levels? I don't know. Sorry if it's getting a bit depressing. It's very existentialism, but I cannot enjoy my levels the same way that other people enjoy their levels because of the way that the process of creating is. It's a very interesting process and sometimes very complex one. So yeah. I also want to thank Maddie. I think this level would not exist without Maddie. I think Maddie did as much of a hard job as I did. Maybe not on the logistical end, but on actually building, Maddie did like a fantastic job. I genuinely think that without Maddie, this level would just be cooked. We would just be cooked. I think the whole team had a really fun time working on this. With maybe the exception of Maddie. I think Maddie had fun too, but I'll let him speak on it instead of speaking for him. I'm liking at the animation. Yeah, the animation doesn't have an LDM because it's auto, so it gives you enough time to react afterwards. So the reference to the Cullen's character Scarlet, I had to do that one like last minute. It was like a last thing added. Maddie did not want the duel. That is true. Maddie did not want the duel. How do you guys feel about what I said, though? About the experience of making something ruins the project. Or not ruins, but it changes your perspective on the actual quality of the project. Because I feel like people don't really talk about this too much. Like, my experience of how the level was made is very different from everybody else's. Because very obviously, like, you know, when you're in charge of making the level, there's a lot of different things that happen about it. But like, the experience of creating something is definitely very different from the experience of actually experiencing that thing as a bystander. Or as a third party that has unrelated things to do, you know. Also, the level got updated. I was doing that while streaming. It has an update now that should fix... Oh, hold up, I gotta refresh it. There we go. There we go. My personal experience with making a level, my level How to Adventure was quite positive, thankfully, and for that, what I made, it feels satisfied with result and even higher. So, like, okay, as an example, chat, I think it is a very good way of showcasing this. As an example, I had an amazing experience with Ponzi. I think Ponzi is one of the most fun experiences I've had lately working on a level. I've had a really, really good experience with Aether 2. There were moments in Aether that I had a really good experience with. Same with like PPF. I also had like good moments with it. I think there was ups and downs. There's always ups and downs. But with levels, like for example Ponzi, I really, really like the experience of making this level. Which is why I've wanted to make more levels like it since then. And I've been very driven working on like my colors and my composition and my shapes and my structuring and my flow. And like levels like these, like that I'm just having fun with my friends, making something that I've really, really enjoyed, feels so much more fun. Feels so much more enjoyable. This feels like this is what I like in GD, you know. And I don't want to be making Astrolith 2. I don't want to be making the next Capsule 2. I don't want to make another Undertides. I don't want to do any of this. I just want to I just kind of want to have fun and do the stuff that I want to do. It's not about like revolutionizing the game or like getting another mythic or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's I want to make another Melu Melu. I want to make another Ponzi. I want to make a silly, stupid level where I'm just having fun, making something that I actually want to make and I've been wanting to make, and that I'm end up really happy and proud of the end result. Like, I still think Melu Melu is my favorite level I've ever made. I don't think people really care for this level very much, but I don't really mind. It's one of those very simple levels, more design-centric, with some modern aesthetics from time to time, and some arts here and there. I actually don't like the clouds in this level. I will be very honest. I think the clouds in this level were super rushed, and they're bad. Please ignore the clouds in this level. That is the only part about this level that I do not like. I like everything else, though. I could have made such better clouds. Unfortunate. I really like this part and how it turned out. This part is so cool. I wish the colors would have been different, but I had to stay consistent with the Melu. Death. You need cloud therapy at this point? I probably do. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's like, I kind of want to do more levels like that. As an example, chat, this is a level that I really like. I don't have the song and I won't put it on because it'll get the stream taken down. I really like this level. I think this is a level that, to a lot of people, will not be considered a level. But this is a level that I kind of wish it got the star rate, at the very least. I really like this level. I wish, that maybe people would give this one a shot, but I don't think this one's ever getting anything, so it's very unfortunate. But yeah, I really like this level. Hello, Half. How's it going? As a solo, you have a freedom to make whatever you want, and you can deliver in your own story. That is true. What did I rate the GD Gangster level? I don't... I put it in its own little tier, which is called Has to Be Here. As the person who made it feels a bit weird to put my level high. I don't really feel super comfortable with that. But also my experience of making the level is not exactly the most, enjoyable. So because of that, it does make it a little bit harder. But it's okay. I don't know, I think the colors in this level are very pretty, and I kind of cooked with the designs, and I kind of cooked with the vibes. So, Wrapped Up doesn't like this level, that's fair, but I kind of cooked with this level. Me, personally, I think this is cooking. I think this is a solid star rate. And it has a good replacement song, too. I don't have it downloaded right now, but it has a good replacement song, trust. I think there's no mega collab that will ever stack up to solos as far as expression goes. I don't necessarily think that's true, because it depends on what you consider a mega collab. Do you consider a mega collab, like, what is the number of people that require it to be a mega collab? I assume it's more than 4, right? How to fix the mentality of hating everything you make? I don't hate everything I made. It's more so the fact that I am disappointed that the things that I care about are very different from the things that the community seems to care about. It's 5. Is it 5 and more, or over 5? Organa said 5, so it's 5. Okay, so 5 and more. Got it. Then in that case, yes, I would agree. I think that a 3 to 4 person collab can still be peak. And be better than a lot of solos. I actually think that a duo or a trio is probably the best way for you to represent songs, because of the mix and the clash of ideas. Usually very good. But yeah. Oh yeah, chat. For today, I think we're gonna leave it here. Thank y'all so much for coming along and watching the event tier list. I hope y'all weren't too disappointed with my takes. I hope that I explained myself mostly well. If y'all still feel like I didn't explain myself too well, I can probably yap about it a little bit more in a different stream. But for now, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I need to go get myself some food because I have not eaten today and it is like 3 p.m. or something stupid like that. So I should get myself some food. And we're gonna go and raid Zero. We're gonna go and raid Zero. So for all of those that are over on Twitch, well, you guys are not gonna be raiding, but I still appreciate y'all being around. For all of those on YouTube, if you'd like to keep watching some streams, my friend Zero SR is currently streaming. Audio is also streaming, but I've raided audio before multiple times. So we're gonna go and raid Zero. Y'all can go and watch him. He's currently building his solo level, if I remember correctly, from what I saw. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your days. Let me go get y'all Zero's stream. No, never mind. It's not the solo. It's another project. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your days. Please go and check out Zero's stream. Go and spam him with some Leah raids. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your days, chat. Take it easy, okay? Bye-bye.